Hello everyone, welcome to some Splatoon. Apologize, it took a hot minute for me to actually get swapped to the scene. And also to get the stream properly going. I kind of forgot to set it up in Restream, and then I had to go and remove the non-correct stream from the YouTube side of things, and then make sure it was actually streaming to the right YouTube stream. And man, I was not awake enough to start this, but you know what? I'm here now, so that's what we're doing. We're doing some Sploon. Turf. There's only gonna be like 1 or 2 battles to this rotation, but it'll give me a bit of a warm-up. It's hard to remember that this thing is so accurate. I can't do what I normally do of just spray and pray. I also need to get comfortable. Jeez. God, I do not remember the opening to Wahoo World. It's been simply too long. Ow. That was my own fault. Nice to know I'm the first death, though. That's pretty big achievement right there. Being the first one to die. I'm too close to my table. I am very good at this. When was there ever a pillar here? We don't need a pillar here, Nintendo. I mean, they probably decided you did. Just don't feel like talking all that loud today. So I need to make sure the mic's actually close to me. I don't know what this looks like on the webcam. I honestly don't really care today. I'm tired. Darn it! You blocked my shots! Teammate, please. God, the movement techs are so annoying to deal with. Ah! Not helped by my team just falling apart. I still don't even understand how to do the movement text, because I'm sure the game explained it at some point. But it's also not like you were ever required to know them for anything single player. So, like, I mean, I know the one jump on the wall that was never used and is pretty much useless. Even, yeah, knowing how to do it, it doesn't really matter. but like I do not know how to do the side jump thingy. Not that it matters for my main anyway. But, yeah. Hello, Elijah King 12. Welcome to I'm Bad at Splatoon. Specifically Splatoon 3. I really wish this table wasn't a table. I keep bumping into the table. Yeah, I feel like I'm being way too hyper-aggressive. Maybe that's the issue. I don't know. In case of, like, I would change rooms. There's not much point, because the map rotation is in 5 minutes. Oh, boy. The most fair and balanced special going on over there. Yeah. Would help if I could get into a comfortable position. I don't even, like, my brain is trying to remember how I normally sit for playing this game, and it's just not working. Yeah, I am playing like hot garbage. Jeez. I should not have lost that. Unless the point gal has a drastically different time to kill than it used to have. I should have the faster time to kill. Now, will we get into another match before the maps rotate in 2 minutes? It's amazing how different my mindset goes going from Mario Kart to this. Because, like... And I know what the main difference is. I'm not expecting myself to do well in Mario Kart. I'm not great at that game. I am pretty good at Splatoon. At least I used to be. And then 3 happened, and I don't get it. I don't know why I'm suddenly garbage. And, like, I know y'all might look at this and be like, but you topped the team. How could you be garbage? I got 1 splat, 4 deaths. That's not me. Like... Now, admittedly, this is a weapon I have not used, and have definitely not used well since the first game. But... still... Okay, I guess I'm turfing the home base. Yeah. Crab Tank is not as cool as it really should be. Should be such a cool special. But instead, you're just incredibly vulnerable. Yeah, this is over. This team does not understand how to push into snipers, so it's just over. The only person that's really trying was a splatling. It's partially because we have 2 splatlings. We have the worst chargers in this situation. Come on, guys. You can do it. You need to push. No, not die. Push. I'm not super jumped to within eyesight of snipers. That is the worst idea. Okay, good. They finally managed it. Literally, if it wasn't for this tree, I think they wouldn't have. See, I can't use my special. It's just would leave me way too vulnerable. Hopefully that worked. Come on, team. You got this, team. No, that's a loss. How? It's totally not like half of their team was basically distracted by me at the end. It's totally not the case. I wouldn't even be using this thing if it wasn't for how the weapon system works in this game. Which is, like, every time I play 3, I always complain about this, but I hate the weapon ticket system so much. One more battle and I'm done with this thing. I just never feel like I can actually play weapons I want to play because I still have weapons to unlock. Which means I have to keep playing different weapons to keep unlocking more weapon tickets. Like, I do not understand why they thought this was a good idea. It's just annoying. Especially because, like, based on the trailer they dropped, like, yesterday. / music video trailer. There's a new undercover kit coming, and I don't even know what level it's gonna be at. Like... really feel like the tickets should have been a bonus, a way to get weapons for free, but you should still have been able to buy weapons. Welcome to the joys of Crab Tank. This is a weird moment where, like, I kind of miss how balanced Splatoon 2's specials were, even though they weren't very impactful. Because, like, the Crab Tank, I'm sure, is great if the enemy team doesn't have snipers, doesn't basically have a single accurate weapon, and the map doesn't have hills. I'm sure it's great under those very specific conditions. The problem is those very specific conditions are not things you can control. So, like, watch the Crab Tank actually be like a proper meta pick. Ow. Real nice of my teammates to just abandon me there. Like, I get that became a 3-on-2, but, like, we could have turned that into a 2-on-2 pretty easily. I'm just glad I'll be done with this thing soon. I apologize, I'm so salty at the beginning of this. Like, jeez. I don't know what it is about Splatoon 3. I'm actually gonna quickly back out of this lobby so I can go to some shops, because I just realized I forgot to buy stuff today. Yay, Sheldon license. Well, I may as well start with Harmony because I have catalog stuff. And this could be clothing, or it could be stuff I don't care about. Oh, there's a clothing. Neo Splash-O-Matic. I really don't want it. Like, I do this with my money as it is. And I mean, as evidenced, I don't run out. They really could have left things as, you know... I mean, I might run out today, because 2 things of glass is pretty expensive. But it'll all depend on what's in the other shops. Wow, I'm actually gonna run out before I'm even through shirts. That's a shock. So, okay, I'm gonna pop over to shoes and make sure there's nothing here I actually want. I think I have ink resist on things that aren't my shirt still, so... Buy out the cheaper things, and I'll be back to buy out the rest by the end of the stream. Like... I know a lot of people make mention of, like, oh, well, you know, they like having money for buying stuff. It's like, yeah, but, like, it's not like... I missed, like, what, 3 pieces of clothing? And I'm still pretty early on in buying everything. So... It's not like that'll be like that forever. And if I could just buy the weapons, I would prioritize buying them first. Right. I can swap weapons. I was about to be like, wait, where's the equip button? It's not there in that one. Okay, let's see. What haven't I done yet? I haven't done this. I don't know if I want to do a roller. I haven't done either of the snipers. I have not done the Splat Junior. Yeah, I've inconsistent my shoes here. I'm going to put these on. See what I can get on those. I almost feel like I should just work on this. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just have to keep in mind that this is not the old the bubbler of old. I wish it was. Be pretty cool if that was the bubbler of old. It would actually be helpful on the Splat Junior. The bubbler of old was so good. Like, original game Splat Junior was an amazing starter weapon. And was basically one of those cases of, like, this is how games should do the early, you know, the early experience. Because it was such a forgiving weapon. Purely because of how powerful the bubbler was. I mean, this bubbler can still kind of do the same sorts of things. Right, that this way. Man, finding your way around this map is not easy. Man, it's amazing how much better I do the moment I don't have accuracy. Ow. I mean, it's probably a good thing I died. There is a lot of our side of the map that is not perfed. That one's so much better. A lot of that's down to the team, but also down to just I play better with a less accurate shooter. Just how it goes. I mean, the Junior is still not a bad starter weapon, but nothing will compare to the starting experience with the original Splatoon. Like, for those who weren't around, period, with the original Splatoon, the original Splattershot Junior with the original bubbler. Like, it was this kit, but with the original bubbler, not the new bubbler, was a meta contender weapon. It was that good. You were seeing this thing regularly in competitive because it was really fast at charging up the bubbler, and the bubbler was I think it was 3-second invulnerability shield for you and any nearby teammates. So charging it quickly was great. But the fact that it was a multi-second invulnerability shield for you and any nearby teammates meant that you could also, as a complete noob, still support a team just fine, just by pushing your special button near a teammate. Meanwhile, with this one, yeah, not as much. You kind of have to have a bit more map knowledge and game skill to know when and where you should be using this bubbler, because it doesn't follow you. You place it and then stand in it, which is also part of the problem. Is you place it and stand in it. And, well, bubbler ain't long range. Or not bubbler. Splattershot Junior ain't long range. I almost fell off the ledge. Ow. Didn't even see his line. Thought he was looking the complete other way. Well, I took care of one of them. I distracted them for a hot minute. This is one of those maps that does kind of really favor snipers. Because, like, the only real ways to push forward are pushing over gaps you can't swim through. I messed that up. I mean, like, right here is a good example of it. I can't really get out of the area I'm in. I'm just kind of stuck here. I mean, thankfully, I'm still being annoying. Which is really helping my team, I hope. I would hope. There we go. Sometimes all you have to do is just be annoying. What am I gonna get? Please, competent things. Alright. I'll definitely take the run speed on the shoes. Also, I do have to ask, hey, Nintendo, with your upcoming Splatfest, where's the, sit in the corner and wait for the other person to say hello? That is very much my preferred greeting. I somehow out-turfed an arrow spray. How? It's an arrow spray. You know, the weapon designed to turf? To be the best at turfing? I mean, the Splat Junior is definitely designed more for turfing than it is for anything else, but it's still pretty average as a weapon. Squasher, you really should be pushing forward. We had no presence. And that's very much a case where old Bubbler I would have lived. Just like, I get it. Old Bubbler was probably overpowered. But by that same token, every special in the original, with a very few exceptions, was overpowered, which made them all pretty much balanced. Because, like, yeah, sure, the original Bubbler gave you a pretty big advantage. So did original Inkzuka. Where even are you all? Other than dying. The only one I'd really... I just fell off the ledge. The only one I'd expect to be able to get behind me as long as teammates are still alive is the Splatana. I don't think this Explosher exactly knows how to explosh is part of the problem. And again, the bubbler just did not deploy fast enough. Yeah. Got a couple good battles and was thinking this bubbler might actually be alright. It's really feeling like Ink Armor Syndrome, though, where it's only really useful as a ink refill. At least on the Junior. Just gotta take a few extra points. Yeah, that's well and truly over. Well, someone's using an XP thing. I should actually also be using an XP thing. I still have a ways to go for this ticket, so... I mean, the Explosher was turfing well. Oh, it's our Blaster that was not. Yeah. And those dualies were dying a lot. Oh, well. Ah, thank you for the raid! DBGo64. DBGO. Whichever it is. Thank you for the raid. No Loonbunna. I mean, I don't know. I don't think much is good at the moment, but... I was guessing I had it right the first time, but also I've encountered many people where I'm like, this sounds like the right thing, and I say it and they're like, no. It's like, oh. Okay. Hello, IGO Poker. I've just gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna say it every way it can possibly be said. One of them will be right. It'll work. Thank you for following. I will try to remember that. Thank you for following, Poker. I'm not great at remembering shorter versions of names, so... I'm not good at remembering names. I will do my best to have a good stream. It is fine, DBGo. Hope you have a good one. Just occurred to me I should pop my friend code on screen at some point. Where is that in this list of stuff? There it is. I use the same scene for basically everything, so I turn off the friend code when I'm not doing anything friend code related. And then always forget to turn it on. Don't need that in here anymore. Wait, if I remove that from here, would that remove that from there? Wait, I think this is the old one anyway. No, no it isn't. I don't want to risk breaking my BRB scene. It's fine. It can stay there. I used to literally use the same scene for everything. Wow, this is taking forever to match. Jeez. That does gives me a gives me a chance. Let's see. Yeah, I'll use one of these. I need levels. And I'm sure other people need levels too. Man, today has not started well. Where is today? There's today. Four to 3 so far. I will apologize now if I do get a bit salty. I'm not getting salty at the game. I'm getting salty at myself for playing bad. I should not be playing as bad as I am, but I am also rusty, and it's just really hard to remind my brain that, yeah, I'm gonna play like crap. It's also kind of hard to not get annoyed at the weapon ticket system. Don't know if that's just me. I'm like, man, I really wish I could just buy weapons. Sheldon, why do you hate capitalism now? Yo, what's up, my man? Got behind you. Real shame that. I was literally just in that scenario last match. Of being the I was the one being snuck up on. And having the thought of where is my team? What was that last match? I think it was last match. One of the matches I just played. They're all blending together. Oh no. Wondering why that was shrinking. Aerospray, I can't help but feel there was better uses for your time. And this just doesn't feel fair. Without the protected spawn, this just does not feel fair. Perf. Oh, I didn't have nothing. Never actually been in the situation to know, is there any form of spawn protection in this game? Other than sometimes it being hard to get to the enemy spawn? Like, I've never been the one being spawn camped, so... God, I should not be yawning. I just woke up not long ago. I'm trying to think of how they would even do any level of spawn protection, because, like, doing the standard just give a couple seconds of spawn protection really doesn't work in the context of Splatoon. Given just, like, in something like just using the easiest example in my head, in something like a War Thunder, your gun has the same range as everyone else. So if you're getting spawn camped, that few seconds of invulnerability actually matters because you can defend yourself in that time. But, like, if a team's being spawn camped by long-range weapons and is comprised of nothing but short-range weapons, there's probably not much you can do about it. I mean, there wasn't a huge amount you could do with the old system either, but you were still protected long enough to build up a special, at least. You know, you could hope. An undercover. Someone after my own heart. And they're the first one moving forward. Good. Be aggressive. Be the gremlin the undercover was meant to be. Oh, goodbye. Ow. Well, I was being annoying. I couldn't do much else, but I was being annoying. Oh, there's still a decent amount of turf in our base. I really should go a different way than I normally go, but they pretty solidly hold the middle. That undercover is not very good at being aggressive. Come on, I believe that's triple. Unlock your gremlin energy. It's what you must do for the undercover. Man, I wish I had accuracy. Yeah, it's well and truly over. I'm gonna stop saying the same things over and over again. See, that team was working together. My team really wasn't. Our undercover also wasn't being terribly aggressive. I would swap to my undercover to be like, here's how to do it, but I've already earned basically, I think I've actually earned all of the weapon tickets I can get from it. Which, like, literally from reading things, I think I even read something from Nintendo that, like, the reason they did that was so that people would pick a weapon and stick with it. Except you earn weapon tickets faster by picking up a weapon, using it till you unlock the first ticket, and then picking up another weapon. Like, you just earn them faster that way. So, like, why would you not just do that instead of sticking with a weapon, which is what buying the weapons allowed you to do? Because you could stick with one weapon and unlock all of them. Like, I don't understand the change. I don't see how it encourages you to practice one weapon. Other than limits you in what weapons you can own if you do practice one weapon. You know, you get 5 weapon tickets per weapon, maximum. Like, it's just one of those things of, it just does not make sense to me. Makes even less sense as someone who has studied a lot of game design. It's like, that's not a good Nintendo. That's not a good. It's not good design. It's design, like it kind of works, but I just, other than the only thing I can think of for why to do it is to slow people down from acquiring the weapons. Which, given the limited weapon pool when Splatoon 3 first launched, makes sense. Because if you could just buy every weapon with coins, well, people would have had all of the weapons within the first, you know, couple days. The people just sitting down and grinding out levels constantly. It would have been done. They would have had every weapon by the time they reached max level. I guess I'm turfing the base. And I would just not do this, but I've learned my lesson in the past, where if I don't turf it and no one else has, it's probably not gonna get turfed. Wait, I can find this. That Devin. It's a bit ironic that I'm fighting someone named Devin. For anyone that may have seen my Mario Kart stream yesterday, I encountered another player using the same sort of setup I was using. So I swapped to their exact setup and more or less adopted them. No. Stop that. I said stop that. That poor Blaster. He just needed to calm down. And I was dead. Because he kept jumping, and his shots were not going where he wanted them to because he was in the air. Because that's how blasters work. Of course. I hate the facts so much. It's like a booyah bomb that you can do nothing about. Or at the very least, it's like a booyah bomb I've not learned how to do anything about yet. Because, like, yeah, even shooting his feet, it was just going into the ink vat. How are you supposed to fight that, Nintendo? How? Every other special has a weakness, why doesn't that one? It probably does, I just don't know what it is. Maybe I had to be behind him and on the same plane, because being below him and behind him was not good enough. Again, I apologize for getting salty, but, like, I'm not even that salty. It's just one of those things, if I don't understand the ink vac. I do remember even back in the open test, like the test fire, thinking that, yeah, that's going to be one of the most powerful specials if they don't nerf it, and then they didn't nerf it. So, yeah. I think really the only thing keeping the ink vac from being good is that it's not on a good weapon yet. And I say yet because it'll probably happen. Because, like, the ballpoint isn't bad, but it's also not great. Like, if they put it on, like, a splatter shot, yeah, it's over. That splatter shot is going to be the meta. That ink brush was really not doing ink brush things well. Wait, I should have had my ticket by now. Oh no, some random thing is updating on my computer, so the stream might suffer. Might not, but it might suffer. Okay, it doesn't look like I dropped any frames. I love good internet. Teammates, please. You can't just turf the base. You gotta move forward. And y'all didn't even do a great job of turfing the base. I am the only non-charger on this team. Okay. That explains why we're losing so badly. Ow. I'm gonna check if I got my ticket after this one. Because I would kinda rather not be using the junior. So I'm running out of weapons that I own that, I actually want to use to get the, ticket from. I mean, they're sticking together, which is nice to see, but, yeah. We really needed less chargers. And I know what some people are probably thinking is why, but there was 2 Splatlings. Yeah, those are chargers. They charge like a sniper does. I know the game calls snipers chargers and splatlings, but they charge like a charger. They play identically. They have the same weaknesses. No, I don't have this yet. Like, if you're good with a Splatling, you're probably also good with a sniper. Like, because of how similarly they play, you basically have the same thought processes. It's just the chargers the snipers tend to play from further back. But I can't complain too much. It's just how the randomness of the team compositions work. I mean, like, I'd say the, like, there's a lot of direct comparisons you can make between them. Like, the E-Leader is basically a Hydra. The regular chargers are basically the regular Splatling. Well, heavy Splatling. The, Bamboozler and Squiffer are pretty close to the mini Splatling. Aww. Boo. I both like and dislike that mechanic. I like it because, you know, it saves you from fighting a battle that you probably can't win. But I don't know that, you know, say if the disconnect had been on my team, I wouldn't know that I couldn't win unless you let me try. Same with that other team. Maybe they could have won if they were allowed to try. Like, I'm sure there is some level of balancing that can be done for when a disconnect happens to still, you know, give the other team a fair chance. I mean, just applying the extra special charge and then maybe giving them natively more special savor. You know. Oh boy, I'm once again the only shooter. At least it's not just chargers, though. Ow. Yeah. How am I still alive? I probably shouldn't still be alive. Yeah. No surviving that one. Wow, our base is not turfed. Darn it. This was going so well. And they finally figured out how to beat the Chargers, I guess. I don't know if we were ever definitively winning, however, so... Probably not, given they had the definite turf advantage. Yeah. I'm gonna back out of this lobby, because I have to use the washroom, and I could use some coffee, so... I could also use a little stretch. So I will just leave this chilling here for now, and I'll be back in a moment or two. I return. Gotta get back into this. Man, I have not been getting lucky tonight. Well, I say tonight, this morning. What time of day is it to me, relative to time? Yeah, this would be morning. I just woke up not long ago. I also haven't been sleeping, so that would be, yeah. Time is an illusion. Time is a construct made by humans to try to give our lives some sort of meaning. Ow. Teammate, you really did not want to do that. I don't know what made you think super jumping at that time was a good idea, but it definitely wasn't. I literally think they died to that roller that they completely ignored. This was going so well. Like, the thing is, I know I'm playing bad, but I don't think I'm playing this bad. Like, well, that bad, I should say. Like, I'm doing my weapon's job pretty well, it's just I'm not able to carry the team, I guess. Wow. That was a close one. Okay, let's see. This I have not done, I don't think. Nope. Yeah, that roller was really not something people should have been ignoring, but they were. So you know what roller I really miss? I miss the Koro Koro. Partially because I miss all the jokes around it. For those of you who didn't play the first game, and may not even know, Koro Koro is a real-life magazine in Japan, known for leaking things. And they leaked the inclusion of the Koro Koro roller before it released. And the joke basically became that if Nintendo wanted to make the thing realistic, it should start with an empty ink tank because it all leaked out before the match started. It was also just a decent roller, too. Like, it was kind of my go-to standard roller. I was pretty alright with rollers in the first game. And then they added the vertical swing. Couldn't get into ink because there was no ink. Blah. I'm probably gonna play bad these first couple of games with this thing, because it is just different enough from the, Junior. Can't even turf the wall, because why would that be allowed? Yeah, that was the time to fall back, my dude. Blasters have an advantage from the low ground. Man, I love the ink vac. There was totally anything I could do about that. Wow. Ah, I hate that special so much. Can it just be removed? Like, Jesus. Or nerfed. Nerfed would also work, but either way. It would be nice if something would be done about it, so that it was remotely fair. Like, I couldn't even turf the ground to try to get away, because I'm not allowed. The ink vac is going. Like... I do not know how that thing got past balance testing. I just don't. Well, I suppose I do. It's because it's not been put on great weapons. But as I've already mentioned, like, the moment they put the ink vac on something actually good and meta-relevant, it's over. That's going to be the meta weapon. Because there's... unless I'm completely missing something, there is no obvious way to counter an ink vac. Other than just die. You just die. That's how you counter it. Die so you can respawn. Like... because just using the, oh, just stop shooting, that doesn't work if you need to get away. That was an awkward fight, but you know what? I'm glad I won it. Ow. I ain't back. So I suppose an alternative to removing or nerfing the ink vac would just simply be buff everything else. Which is generally the suggested thing for balancing a game, is rather than nerf the overpowered thing, bring everything else up to its power level. Because you cannot tell me that an ink storm is the same power level as an ink vac. You just can't. Thought I was safe from that, but I guess not. Well, I suppose you could tell me it, it's just you'd be wrong. Like... or even, you know, triple ink Zuka. Like, this isn't as good as an ink vac. An ink vac directly counters me. And there's nothing I can do about it. You know? Me, try not to get salty. Me runs into an ink vac. The salt begins. That special just is not fair. It just isn't. And, like, I might see it as fair if, say, this was an old Inkzuka. If this was old Inkzuka, sure. Or if, you know, the ink vac couldn't just absorb the shots from my Inkzuka. So that, you know, my special is still viable. If Inkstorm didn't still exist or was actually good. And, like, I've even proposed ways they could buff the Inkstorm to actually make it pretty decent. And one thing they kind of need to do is, because partially this is what was really obvious that happened in that last one, clearly the ink vac can suck up Inkstorm droplets too, is basically to... There's a few things they could do for the Inkstorm. And one is just increase the damage it deals to be inside of it. To an actual substantial amount of damage. to the point where you have to avoid it. The alternative is to just apply a disruptor effect to any hit from the Ink Storm. Like, that right there would also increase the power level of the Ink Storm considerably. Oh boy, there's the ink vac. That also feels bad with being Suka, is when you shoot someone, land what looks like a direct hit, and they're fine. Like, okay. But, like, the Ink Storm, as it stands, has almost no purpose to exist. Because, like, what does it even do? It's a mild inconvenience that can sometimes win you some points on maps that there's just parts of it that enemy teams only go to in the first, like, minute. Past that, it's just garbage. It doesn't do anything. Like, triple ink strike. It's just Tenta missiles. But you have to manually aim it and hope there's someone there. Oh boy, there's the ink back again. I almost want to change rooms just to get away from the frickin' ink vac. Which is another thing of we might have been able to make, given how close that was, some sort of comeback at the end, had we been able to push. But because the ink vac was going, we couldn't. Like, it does everything! Yeah, I'm just done with this room. I'm done with that ink vac. What weapons is that even on? So I know it's on quite a few of the longer range weapons. I know it's on a charger. So, splat charger. The jet squelcher. A roller. A Tentabrella. That's totally fair. It's already got a giant shield. The 96 gal. Okay. And I think, yeah, Rapid Blaster Pro. Ballpoint. I don't think I own anything with an ink vac. No. But yeah, that's the issue with the ink vac at the moment, is just poking through. The only thing here I would say is probably a meta-relevant weapon is this. Which I'm actually going to take a brief moment here, because I am honestly curious at this moment. Splatoon 3 meta weapons. What do we got? Okay, this isn't breaking things down into their various kits. Oh, no, no it is. Yeah, the 96 is pretty close to the top. At least of this meta weapon tier list. Pretty high up on this one. This is an older list. This breaks things down by shooters. Okay, it's not exactly a tier list. What about this one? Yeah, almost all of these seem to agree that it's at least A rank at best. A lot of them tend to put the deco above it. Where even is the deco? I suppose Splash Wall. Splash Wall on a 96 gal is probably the way to go. I love how they call that the big bubbler. It's not a bubbler. Sheldon. It's not a bubbler. You can call it a bubbler all you want. That is not a bubbler. That is a bubble. Watch me end up back in that exact same lobby. Like, I do apologize I'm getting so salty. It's just... gods. Like, it is very much one of those cases of it really sucks to not be doing anything that wrong and still lose. And to know a large part of that was just simply a special on the enemy team. Like... And if I'm just missing something about the ink vac, then feel free to tell me, but jeez, it does not feel like I'm missing anything about it. Of course, those would be the dualies. Oops. Cheap. This kind of plays into why my Splatoon streams don't tend to be that long. This is another loss. And like, constant losing is not fun, nor is it probably fun to watch. And like, as much as I am very much a proponent of, you know, I am the only constant, I don't want to get too mad at my teammates, because my constantly losing is my problem. At some point, I do have to just question why I keep getting crap teams. Because I can only do so much. And I am consistently coming out top or top 2. Like, I can only take so much blame, you know? At some point, I do have to acknowledge that it is bad teams for a lot of these. And like, it feels bad getting salty at teammates, but like, after a while, it's not like I have much else, like... Like, it's one of those things that almost makes me want to go back to just playing Splatoon 2, if I'm honest. Like, I imagine the people that are left playing Splatoon 2 are probably better players to begin with. The game is definitely more balanced, like... I never got this salty with Splatoon 2. Like, then again, with Splatoon 2, I also put a shit ton of time into it, got actually good at the game, and, yeah, could carry teams. So it really didn't matter as much. And again, I apologize I'm getting salty. I really need to just stop. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna make the push for the front. God, I hate this so much. I swear also part of my problem with Splatoon 3 is I'm trying to play these specials like they're the specials they're mimicking. Like, if this was old Inksuka, I would have just splatted that person. Like, instead of landing what looked like a direct hit, but nope, not quite. So I did literally nothing. There's just so many little things about this game that just drive me nuts. Like, Splatoon's such a good series. It feels wrong to be like, this is the worst in it. But honestly, like, that is my opinion at this time. Like, I'm not saying Splatoon 3 is a bad game, but it's definitely the worst Splatoon game. Which makes it even more of a shame that the first game's servers are being shut off early next year. Like, as much as moving into Splatoon 2, initially, I was very much one of those people of like, man, these specials suck. Why would I ever want to use them? After a while, it's a case of, oh, they suck because they're balanced. There was none better than the others, really. And then they added Booyah Bomb. But, like, coming into this game, them keeping some of the worst specials from 2, bringing back some of the first game specials, but making them crap, and then adding new specials that are better, just doesn't work. Like, as well as changing the mechanics for acquiring weapons, and definitely changing how fast you level up, and, you know, Like, I know it's been a really long time since I was in the leveling game, but I'm pretty sure in both the first and second Splatoons, by this amount of time put into the game, I had already reached the max weapon level. And already had all of the weapons, and basically all of the clothing that I'd encountered, and, you know... I do have to wonder how much the exploit being found in a lot of online games on the Wii U is what led to Nintendo being like, right, we need to just shut this down. Because I imagine, like, the exploit that was being used in Splatoon, and I think also Mario Kart on the Wii U, is probably not exclusive to those games, and Nintendo probably knows that. So they're probably just damage controlling, like, okay, we need to just shut off the online. It's been long enough. It's time people move on anyway. It does really suck. But that is also just the world we're moving into. Right, I should just keep playing aggressive. That kind of worked last time. And of course the dualies survive no problem, because they cheat. Ugh. Yeah, I had problems with Splatoon 2 as well, though those problems carried on into 3, which kind of exacerbates the problem. And namely, the biggest one was that dualies get to break core game mechanics as their core game mechanic. Like, I will forever stand that dualies should not be able to dodge roll while in enemy ink. It just doesn't make sense why they're allowed to do it. Enemy ink is supposed to be a hindrance. Case in point. Or at least where they're definitely still going to be allowed to do it, it should at least cost them more ink. It should be something they actually have to think about, you know. Make that split-second decision of, is this worth the ink consumption, or can I just win this fight? Like, this is very much one of those games, as I was just talking about, of like, I don't think I can take that... I don't think I can take the blame for that loss. Like, I died twice, splatted 8 people, tied for most splats in the room. It's just their bottom 2 players were better than our bottom 2 players, basically. Like, I feel bad complaining so much, but man. There's just a lot of balance issues with this game. And like, it doesn't help that, like, a lot of the marketing around Splatoon 3 made it sound like it was going to be so much better than it turned out to be. Like, oh man, they're bringing back old specials! Heavily nerfed. You know, it's like, I want my old bubbler back. Give me the old bubbler. Right, you need to just be aggressive. Let other people do the turfing. I think that was us getting a wipe out. But you're like, wait, but we're not dead. Damn it. Like, I keep saying this, but I keep saying it because it's true. Like, I don't want to be salty. In that game, I definitely played like crap. Thankfully, our NZAPs carried that one. Man, there's a lot of, like, spring back on the Pro joystick. I never noticed that before. Okay, these two Japanese players are definitely playing as a pair, because they're always on the same team. Which is kind of one of those things that I don't like about Splatoon 3 as well. Like, I noticed that one pretty early on. It's why I'm hesitant to set up, like, friend games. Is because I know that... Oh, yeah, that was a bad time. I know that I'll basically always be on the same team with people that I'm playing with, if it's not just them joining a room I'm in. Which seems a bit cheaty. Yeah, I am playing like hot garbage. I almost feel like I should just, at this rotation, just end the stream. I'm playing so bad. But I'm gonna keep going. The only way I'm gonna get better at this Splatoon is to play it more. I also need to focus a bit more. That would definitely help as well. Ow. It's very much one of those things, if I can only do so much. Funny thing is, I'm pretty sure our team turfed more total points. It's just the enemy team turfed more when it mattered. Oh boy, a jet squelcher. My bazooka charged up. I'm just glad I haven't come face to face with that jet sculpture yet. No, I'm pretty sure he's back spawn camping us. Yeah, this one's over. Can't even blame the jet sculpture for this one. Ah. But to be a map rotation, I have to use the washroom again. And, like, it's one of those things of, like, I do not get what I am doing wrong. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm pretty consistent in my placements. Yet, I lose. A lot more than I am winning. And, like, it's one of those things, if I can't blame my teams every match, like, I have to be doing something wrong, or else I'd be winning more. Like, you know, if it was just teams, I'd be at 50-50. Not, you know, less than that. Even though that doesn't add up to 50 at the moment, because disconnects. But yeah, I'll be back in a minute or two. Alrighty. I don't know how much longer I'll keep the stream going for. God, I should not be getting this salty. I just shouldn't. But, like, this isn't even a remembering the slap in the face but not the hugs moment, because, like, there's... It's not like I've been winning half the time, you know? It's not I'm just focusing on a couple losses, it's... I'm just not winning today, and I do not get it. How close am I to the ticket? Decently close, which is also kind of an issue, because the more you lose, the longer it takes to get the freaking tickets, which is all I'm after. There's just so many annoyances with this game. Like, if they're going where they're doing the ticket system, you should... The only thing that should matter for you building the points towards the ticket should be turf inked. That is it. That's the only thing that should matter. But instead, you get a certain amount of points based on winning or losing. He's gonna go this way. This is one of those maps that's actually really good for Ink Storm. Because if you can throw the Ink Storm into that area, it'll almost never get returfed. Man, one would think they would stop super jumping at this point. If you're super jumping and every time you do it, you're dying, maybe it's time to stop super jumping. Just become my corner. Yep, they had a disconnect. Their roller disconnected. I feel like that was a rage quit more than a disconnect. I can't really use that as a, see, I can play well, because they did have someone rage quit after a while. And almost all of those splats were the Octobrush that just kept super jumping. Like, that's why I don't super jump. Is because I'm a terrible gauge of if someone might win an encounter. So I just don't do it. I don't even try, because there's no point. I do know somebody that knows, presumably at least, will know a decent amount about the competitive scene of this game. I should message him and be like, yo, how does one even fight an Inkvac? How does this even work? Because I'm not convinced it does. Such an awkward spot to put that. Ow. I should have just went down through the grate, but I thought I could get the kill before I went. Turf that night. Telling me is this is actually a pretty good little spot to sit. At least if you're doing it on your own side of the map. Because there's no easy way up to it. Okay, well there's one way of fighting an Inkvac, I guess, is using the reef slider. Too bad that's not something everybody can do. Also can't guarantee you'll even have a reef slider on your team. They win. No! That looks like they should win. I suppose we do hold their side. They're half of their front. So. Oh, if I could stop yawning, that'd be great. Hooray! New weapon. I'll go and zap. Because it's definitely the closest to the splatter shot, so I should be most at home with it at this exact moment. I'd probably do the best if I were to grab the Hydra or the Undercover, but, you know, those tickets are much further away. And I want weapon tickets. Finding some shots. Ooh, that was some lag. Hair. Yeah. It's one of those little tufts of hair that I really just want to grab and pull out. Just really annoying. It will not stay out of my eye. Tried to save you, my friend. I am playing garbage, jeez. I mean, I say that, I've still probably turfed the most or second most on the team easily, but, you know. Was not enough. I was gonna Google something really quick, but match queued. No time. That's a bummer. That was funny. I don't think that Hydra even had a clue that I was there. Should've popped it. Instead, you dropped it. Ow. Now let's get that off. Oh, those destroy bombs. Got it. I will say I am decently more comfortable with the end zap. I'm just not terribly comfortable with shooters in general, but yeah. I'm much better with the undercover, but I've already gotten most of the tickets for the undercover, so... I'm back already! Cannot stop me! For I had soda! Okay, ignore the soda. Nah, it's gone now. My drink had just worn off. I was no longer hyped up on soda. I'll take it. I feel like part of my issue as well is I am probably getting targeted because my name does have like a clan tag in it. So people are like, ah, that's a good player, gotta target them. Honestly, at this point, I should just remove that from my name. That was more just a thing I did to basically make a couple viewers happy with Splatoon 2. Oh, think back. So fair. Ugh. I mean, we still won. I shouldn't know too much about it, but still, I hate it so much. My chair could stop sliding on its own. That'd be pretty cool. It either likes to slide on its own or not slide at all. It doesn't really have an in-between. Now, if only that could have been what the shoes rolled on from the glasses. I mean, it's not bad. I'd want swim speed on the swim speed glasses. But it gave me run speed. The thing I would kind of like on the shoes. Eventually I'll just get the chunks to make the gear the way I want it to be. Which is basically going to be run speed, hat, shirt, ink resist shoes, with 3 subs of Ink Saver main, the rest all being run speed with 1 sub of Ink Resist. I really want to fall back, because I don't want to lose my special. I didn't grab a soda. I'm so dead. Wasn't much I could do. Other than die. It's on you, my man. I still had soda boost. Who needs quick respawn when soda? See, and I'm now honestly in the camp of, like, what am I doing differently now? Because, like... You know... Since the map rotation, I've lost once. I don't feel like I'm really doing anything different. can't even overly say it was the change of weapon, because I used this twice after the rotation. I just don't get it. I will say I will probably only go for a 3-hour stream. Ugh, hiccups. Might be a little over 3 hours, because I'm just going to go until... freaking hiccups. I'm just going to go until the hour. Hate hiccups. Most useless function the body has. Well, I can't say the most useless function. There's undoubtedly more useless functions that the body has. Like, coughing. That's pretty useless. This is one of those maps that, like, everyone always said was great for sniping, and I still don't see it, even all these years later. Oh, super jumped at me. It's not a good idea. This one's probably a loss. There is a lot of right-hand corners, which is nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. It's not the best spot to have put that down, but it means if I die, there isn't really an issue. Because I just respawn. I honestly keep forgetting how much ink suction bombs use. Probably would have been better off just continuing to turf. No, I think we won. Not by much, but a win's a win. I feel like a good amount of that was my soda. Gotta say though, I kind of dislike how long it takes to level. Like, with a 2x experience meal and going for almost 3 hours, I've jumped 1 level. And most of that was because of the meal. Like, it basically seems like it's about 40 games per 1 level. Which is a bit extreme. Like, I would expect that kind of long distance to a level after you've reached level 30. You know, and unlocked all of the weapons. You know, like the older games did it. Once you reach level 30, that's when levels started taking forever. Reaching level 30 didn't, from what I remember anyway, didn't take all that long. Well, I missed out on my own soda, but they got it. So can't really complain, because now I get to start charging another one. Living. That didn't go exactly where I wanted it to. I kind of wanted it to stick to the bottom of the grate. Because I don't know if suction bombs still do that, but it used to be if you could stick a suction bomb to the bottom of a crate, it would explode larger. Like, the explosion was more, was just simply larger and would deal more damage. There we go. Once again, what am I suddenly doing differently? I don't get it. Stretching. Like, this is pretty decent practice for the Splatfest coming up as well, which I will probably be on Team Hug. Mostly because that's the team my girlfriend wants to join, so I'll probably be joining it just because I'm indifferent to the other choices. Oh, I'm indifferent between hug and fist bump, mostly because I'm indifferent between Big Man and Fry. Not going Shiver. Maybe if Shiver hadn't gone on such a winning streak, I might consider joining her Splatfest team. But no. She does not need the wins. If I were to join Shiver's team, it would be to throw games. You know? Yeah, throw games while making it look like I'm not throwing games. Okay, there's two other people up here. I should just go straight. Hey, guess what? I just respawn and you don't. Roller, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? It's not how you roller. I thought I was dead. Yeah, I'm just not even gonna care about trying to soda my team. Because we are fighting an uphill battle with this roller kicking around. Keep pulling the bow. Really, both of these rollers appear to, not really know how to game. I am glad that that Tentabrella does not understand how to game either. This is very much one that, yeah, I can't take any of the blame for this loss. Those rollers, man. I don't think either of them have held a controller before. And we still almost won. Hello, AI. I'm being minorly salty. Though at this point, I'm more just confused about what I'm suddenly doing differently. That I don't think I'm doing anything differently. I'm just suddenly winning now. Yeah, I'm running low on things anyway. I'll just stick with this. It's like... Today has not been great. This is where it starts. So from this 994, today has not been great until literally this most recent map rotation. And I have no idea what I'm doing differently. I don't know. I was just losing a shit ton while placing pretty consistently top 2 or top of team. Like, I don't get it. Well, I guess I'm not turfing the old spawn. Oh boy, those 2 rollers are on this team again. This might be another loss. Only caring about myself. Ow. Fair enough. I do need to ask, though, purely because, I mean, you posted it in the stream Discord. I need to ask, why are you looking for an LGA 1200 motherboard at this point in time? If it's for building a new system, wouldn't it make more sense to go 1700? Fair. I just was in the camp of that the weird thing to be looking for. I would also suggest getting from Newegg instead of Amazon. That's mostly just because Newegg has this funny policy, thanks to mostly Gamers Nexus, where if anything goes wrong with that motherboard in the first 30 days, you can return it no questions asked and get your money back. So, Amazon don't got that. Ow. Hello, Gummy Boy YouTube. Pretty sure that's another loss. Yep. Them rollers, man. I don't think they've ever held a controller before. Yeah, I mean, that's fair, AI. My brain always jumps to anytime anyone's buying a motherboard, is that they're buying a whole new system. Which is why I was confused. Though, even though 1200 is only 3 years old, it is kind of already massively outdated, just in terms of raw power. But that's mostly because Intel decided to add efficiency cores, which are really nice. I love my shit ton of cores. I forget even how many I have. 14 cores. It nice. I don't think I could ever go back to just a 6-core processor anymore. I'm surprised the Splatoon 2 servers are dead. It's nice to hear people are still playing Splatoon 2. Ow. Especially because I got a bit worried on that front when I was selecting the game on Twitch before going live, and there was nobody watching Splatoon 2. I don't know if there was any streams going or not, but there was 0 viewers for Splatoon 2. My wipeout. Four for 1, I will take it. This is a bad corner. I used to stream Splatoon 2 a lot. And I started streaming other things, and then I got depressed, and then Splatoon 3 came out. So now I stream it instead. For how initially unpopular Splatoon 2 was, I'm actually really shocked that it has so many viewers. Because, like, I'm just going off of, like, the Twitch side of things. There's, like, over 1 million people following the Splatoon 2 tag on Twitch. There's, like, 250,000 following Splatoon 3. And a little more than that following the original Splatoon. Yeah, I've been there. I feel that. I've had negative money in my bank before. I feel that. Those are the times you just consider closing your bank account and then remember, wait, I actually need this thing. Yeah, I feel like the main issue Splatoon 3 is having is just it doesn't feel balanced, and like leveling and acquiring equipment sucks. Like the weapon ticket system, I complain about it every stream. I've already complained about it this stream. It sucks. I wish I could just spend my coins on weapons, but I can't. So I have to keep jumping between weapons to get more weapon tickets so I can keep acquiring weapons. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me why they would do this. Yeah, launch was not great for Splatoon 3. Part of what made launch not feel great for Splatoon 3 was just the lack of weapons. I'm pretty sure, I didn't stop and ever count, but I'm pretty sure this game launched with fewer weapons than Splatoon 2 did. Yeah. So the problem with having between like the original Splatoon and Splatoon 2 that caused Splatoon 2 to feel pretty dead at its launch was it being a whole new console, and a lot of people didn't want to buy a new console just for one game. And a lot of people that are really into Splatoon, well, they only want to play Splatoon. So, like, initially, even Splatoon 2 felt pretty dead compared to the first game. It took it, like, a year or two before it started feeling alive. So, like... It's just kind of the problem with sequels in general, is people like to stick with what they know and what they have. I just wish you could get more than 5 weapons per one weapon, basically. Because, like, for any of y'all who were here for basically my leveling through Splatoon 2, because I did it all on stream. I basically didn't play Splatoon 2 off stream except the single player stuff. And even then, only the normal single player. I did all of the Octo expansion on stream. As I was leveling, I just bought every weapon as it unlocked. That way I could just use whatever I felt like. Instead of, right now, I am really limited. Because even though I have some weapon tickets, like, I might want something, so I can't really spend them. You know? Like, it basically equates to you get, I think it's like 1 ticket per level. You unlock like 3 weapons per level. So you can't just pick them up as you level because you're not getting given enough tickets. Oh, we had a disconnect. Wonder when that happened. Not long enough ago to save me from the loss. Might actually be a good brush then. Ah, it will not count as a loss. Neat. Doesn't count as a win either, though, so it may as well count as a loss. Yep. I have all 3 Splatoons. Pretty sure. Where is it up here? Why is it not right here? Well, I was gonna grab the case, but I don't know where it is. It should be right there, but it's not. I'm probably not gonna stream for that much longer. I do apologize. Wait a Where'd my other Switch games go? Okay. They're somewhere. I will consider doing some Splatoon 2 stuff. I know I want to do a stream on the original Splatoon at some point, probably in January. Just to catch it before its servers are shut down for good. I know there will probably be hackers, but like, last time I played and everyone was like, oh yeah, there's gonna be hackers everywhere, I didn't encounter a single one. So like, Splatana, what are you doing? I'm actually thinking I'm gonna end the stream off probably after this match. I do apologize for that, because I know Entity and Gummy Boy, you two basically just got here. They've been going for about 3 hours. And I'm still a bit salty over my losing streak earlier. I woke up like 4 hours ago. Was awake for about an hour before I started streaming. Splatana, what are you doing? Okay, I might go another match, because this one is definitely a loss. I kind of want to end on a win, but then I'll be going forever if I do that. So I'll probably end after this one. For those who haven't been here a while, I do tend to stream just a bunch of random stuff. So, but I will be back streaming more Splatoon for the Splatfest that's starting, like, tomorrow, I think. The only thing is, I think starting tomorrow is tomorrow night. I don't mind the splash. It's not a bad weapon. The sploosh can be kind of annoying, but at least it has a beacon kit. Are you actually gonna win? Wow, actually got a win. Our dog is having a fit. Well, I've gone negative. Blah. Yeah, Sploosh is the short range one. Splash is the longer range one. Which, like... The splash is alright, but it does take a lot of getting used to, because this thing, no matter whether you're jumping, standing, is pinpoint accurate. So if you're not good at aiming, you're not gonna do well with it. You can't spray and pray. I don't even think I have a sploosh now. Wonder if I can buy the clothing I haven't bought yet. I think it was shirts and shoes, but I do not remember. Yeah. I have nothing else to spend money on. I'm never gonna wear them, but give. It's been described in lore. It's basically little, like, microscopic organisms that feed on ink. Carbon Roller Deco. Tentosorella. Flash Blaster. The M1 weapon. I think I'm up to 14 tickets. I have far more than 14 weapons here. Like... Like, there's so many of them that I'd like to get and try, but updates are still happening. There's clearly a new undercover kit coming soon with a new special. I want that. I main the undercover. So, like... where am I gonna go to stand around? Because I really don't want to be within range of posts. So I'll just come back in here. That'll work. I am gonna end the stream off here. It's been almost 3.5 hours, so I will be back streaming again tomorrow. If the Splatfest has started, I will do more Splatoon. If it hasn't, I might actually do more Mario Kart. I've been really enjoying streaming Mario Kart. I get far less salty at Mario Kart. I understand why I'm losing there. Yeah. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for whatever I end up streaming. See y'all then.